This is the EcoWater SoCal Padres pregame show on the Padres Radio Network.
Jackson swings, hits it in the air, deep to right field. He has done it again. Unbelievable.
Coming up, we'll have a recap of the previous Padres game, a preview of today's starting pitching matchup, our keys to the game. Plus, we'll hear from manager Mike Shildt.
Ultimately, what we're here to do is win.
From the Padres Radio Network, here's Sam Levitt.
San Diego Padres baseball coming up on 97.3 The Fan and the Padres Radio Network. Today, the Padres take on the Atlanta Braves in the final game of a season-opening 4-game series. Our starting pitching matchup today for the Braves, right-hander A.J. Smith-Shawver, and for the Padres, making his debut in the brown and gold, right-hander Nick Pivetta. Hi, good everyone. Sam Levitt with you inside the loft here at the Western Metal Building at Petco Park. First pitch coming up at 4:10 as the Padres go for a 4-game sweep of the Atlanta Braves. Coming up in the next 50 minutes, we'll hear from Padres manager Mike Shildt. We'll hear from Yuli Gurriel, who had a big RBI single in last night's win, and we'll also check in with Gwynn Jr. in just a little bit. But first, it's time to set the table, brought to you by Fraser Farms Market. Set your table with the highest quality of natural and organic products from Fraser Farms Market, a San Diego original since 1971, with 3 locations, La Mesa Vista and Oceanside, and at FraserFarmsMarket.com. Well, the Padres are 3-0 to begin the season. Today, they look to start a year 4-0 for only the second time in franchise history. The Padres started 4-0 in the 1984 season. Of course, that team went on to win the National League pennant. The Padres have not swept the Braves in a 4-game series since May of 1979, and the Padres have a chance to do that today. The Padres bullpen has been a huge part of this series, 13 consecutive scoreless innings going back to opening day. Nick Pivetta signed a 4-year, $55 million deal with the Padres in mid-February. The Canadian spent last season with the Red Sox, the last 4.5 seasons in Boston. We'll have much more on Pivetta's debut coming up throughout our pregame coverage. Meanwhile, A.J. Smith-Shawver is just 22 years old. He made only 1 regular season start in the majors last year. He would start in the NL Wildcard Series at Petco Park. He got roughed up quite a bit. We'll have more on him later as well. As far as yesterday's game, the Padres sent right-hander Randy Vasquez to the mound with a short-handed bullpen. Let's take a quick look back.
Did you miss what happened in the last Padres game? Let's take a look back with our Padres Rewind on the Padres Radio Network.
Yesterday in Game 3 of this 4-game series, Randy Vasquez got through 5 scoreless innings, dancing out of trouble a handful of times. But the only problem, Brave starter Spencer Schwellenbach was equally as good. He got through 5 scoreless innings. In the top of the 6th inning, the Braves threatened. Matt Olson hit a ball all the way to the fence in right center. Fernando Tatis Jr. leapt at the wall, didn't catch it, but deflected it. It hit off the top of the fence, bounced back onto the field of play. It was ruled a double. The Braves challenged it. The call was upheld. A double. Tatis may have prevented a home run. Vasquez would get out of that inning. 6 shutout frames for Randy Vasquez. He was great. We still had a 0-0 game. Going to the bottom of the 7th inning, Braves reliever Aaron Bummer struck out the first 2 batters of the inning, but Jake Cronenworth then scorched a liner back up the middle. It hit Bummer's foot, quickly rolled away, all the way into the Braves' third base dugout. Sort of a weird ground rule double. Cronenworth was on second base representing the go-ahead run. The Braves then intentionally walked Xander Bogaerts. Padres then elected to pinch hit against the lefty Bummer with the right-handed hitting Yuli Gurriel. The Braves then went to right-hander Daysbel Hernandez. So, a scoreless game, runners on first and second, 2 outs. It was Hernandez against Gurriel.
Swings here, grounds it left side. That's through into left field and a base hit. Cronenworth racing around third. No chance for Profar, who dropped it, had to pick it back up. And it's a pinch hit. Go-ahead single for Gurriel. The Padres have the first run of the day, 1-0 here in the 7th.
Wandy Peralta and Alec Jacob combined for a scoreless top of the 8th inning. With Robert Suarez unavailable, the Padres went to Adrian Morejon in the 9th. He walked the leadoff man, had the tying run on third base with 2 outs. It was Morejon against Atlanta's Drake Baldwin.
Morejon is set. This will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. It's on the way. Baldwin takes strike 3. Fastball at the top of the zone, and Morejon closes it out. 1-0 Padres over the Braves as the Pods start 3-0 for just the 5th time in franchise history.
And as we said, the Padres now looking to start 4-0 for the first time since 1984. We'll see if they can do that here today. As we get ready for first pitch against the Braves coming up at 4:10, let's go inside the Jerry Coleman Broadcast Center.
Let's take a trip up to the Padres broadcast booth for a deep dive on today's matchup with Tony Gwynn Jr. in our Padres game preview on the Padres Radio Network.
Tony, let's start with the headline of today's game. Right-hander Nick Pivetta making his Padres debut after signing with the team in mid-February. Tony, what were your impressions of Pivetta during spring training, and what do you expect from him here today?
It was much like the other, main starters in Michael King and Dylan Cease, a guy who kind of knows what he needs to do in order to get himself ready. And we saw a gradual build-up from Nick from that standpoint, and I thought he looked just as good as the rest of the guys as we got through the rest of spring training.
Tony, as far as the bullpen, they've been so good collectively to begin this season. Now, 13 consecutive scoreless innings. I know this is a tough question because we're talking about a number of different guys who have pitched really well, but what stood out to you about the way this pen is performing early on?
It's kind of just been and this is kind of the same on the offensive end. It's just kind of picked up where they left off. I mean, in the two previous games prior to yesterday, you didn't get great starts from your starting rotation, and so the bullpen had to come in and cover a few more innings, which they did pretty much flawlessly. And then yesterday gets somewhat of a reprieve with Vasquez going 6 strong. But, this is how I think this bullpen is built. It's a deep bullpen. Listen, there's a few guys that aren't out there right now that are hurt that are going to be able to come in and also be able to lend some innings. So this is a deep bullpen, and anytime you can get off to a good start, I think it leaves a good taste in everybody's mouth.
Tony, let me focus on one guy out of that pen, Adrian Morejon, who picked up the save yesterday. We've really seen Adrian develop so nicely the last year plus now. In your eyes, what has been the key to that development for him?
I think Adrian has always been so talented, which is why we always are having conversations with him moving to the starting rotation. But I think a couple things. He finally was able to have a healthy season last year.
Right.
That leads into a bunch of different things for the player himself. Confidence. You can get through a year. You're not having to worry about how to get through a year. And I think the other big thing that changed for Adrian is in the situations where he gets into trouble, he has found a way to kind of lower his pulse. There was a time where early in his career he'd get into those situations and it would snowball on him downhill and it would turn into a much bigger thing. He's able to now, when he gets into trouble, settle in, find a way to get out, and I think that's only led to him being a more confident pitcher when he's out there.
Tony, let's touch on the other starting pitcher in this matchup, right-hander A.J. Smith-Shawver, 22 years old. He pitched game 1 of the wild card series here at Petco Park last year. Padres hit him hard. Fernando took him deep, a pretty memorable 2-run home run in that game. What do you feel like the approach will be tonight against a guy that has not pitched a ton in the major leagues and is still very, very young?
Well, Sam, you and I had this conversation quite a bit last year. This will be the first time I say it in 2025, but it's going to be a lot like it is on a nightly basis, as we've seen the first 3 nights. And it can look different in many different ways. I think, we've seen some tremendous base running in the first couple of games. We've seen some timely hitting. We've seen a little bit of pop here and there. But for the most part, it's just been a cohesive 1 through 9, good at bat after good at bat after good at bat. And whatever the scoreboard calls for, that's what this team is going to do. So, again, when this team is right, it really doesn't matter who's on the mound. Their approach is going to stay the same regardless.
One more question for you, Tony, and I think I know the answer to this one. Luis Arraez 0 for 9 to begin the year. Should I be worried, Tony?
No, you shouldn't. He actually started 0 for 10 last year to start the season. So he's one at bat short to kind of, I guess, before we all hit the red button. But Luis will be fine, man. Even if he goes over his next 50, I'm confident that he's going to end up somewhere around 300 when it's all said and done.
You hear that, people tweeting at me and in my Instagram DMs? Stop worrying about Luis Arraez. Tony, as always, appreciate the time. We'll talk to you and Jesse coming up at 4 o'clock, top of the hour, as the Padres look for a 4-game sweep of the Braves. Thanks so much.
Take care, Sam.
All right, Tony Gwynn Jr. joining us on our EcoWater SoCal Padres pregame show as we get ready for the final game of this season-opening 4-game series between the Padres and the Atlanta Braves. As always, if you want to get involved on our pregame coverage, you can do that in a number of different ways. You can tweet at me or X me, whatever the kids are calling it these days. It's Sammy Lev, SammyLev. Instagram DM's open as well. Sammy Lev there too. You can also comment on YouTube. Shout out to everybody watching on the 97.3 The Fan YouTube channel. Let me know, what is your key to the final game of this series against Atlanta? May just read your key to the game live here on the air. When we come back, we hear from Padres manager Mike Shildt. Plus, a little bit later, we hear from Yuli Gurriel, who had a big hit in yesterday's 1-0 win. Much more to do on our EcoWater SoCal Padres pregame show. You're listening to the Padres Radio Network. Welcome back to the EcoWater SoCal Padres pregame show. EcoWater SoCal, your water should be perfect. Sam Levitt with you inside the loft here at the Western Metal Building at Petco Park. First pitch coming up at 4:10 on this Sunday as the Padres take on the Atlanta Braves in the final game of a 4-game series. Right-hander Nick Pivetta making his Padres debut here today. Young right-hander A.J. Smith-Shawver on the mound for Atlanta. The lineup for the Padres today looks like this. Fernando Tatis Jr. in right field leading off. First baseman Luis Arraez batting second. Manny Machado at third base batting third. Jackson Merrill in center batting cleanup. Jake Cronenworth in the 5 spot playing second base. Sander Bogarts at shortstop batting sixth. Gavin Sheets, the DH, batting 7th. Jason Hayward in left field batting 8th. And Elias Diaz behind the plate and batting 9th. And you might note there that Manny, yes, is back in the lineup after he came out of yesterday's game with right calf tightness. So certainly very good news on that front. I caught up with Padres manager Mike Shildt earlier today to talk about Manny and much more as we get ready for this series finale.
Let's pull up a seat in the manager's office and hear from Padres manager Mike Shildt. Served up by Sin Lee Food, where fresh meets flavor. Find farm fresh produce, bold Asian spices, and gourmet ingredients at 4665 El Cajon Boulevard. Sin Lee Food, the cook's Asian resource.
All right, Mike. Nick Pivetta makes his Padres debut tonight. What's your level of anticipation to see Nick out there?
I'm excited. We're looking forward to it. It's a good day for Nick, beautiful day in San Diego, and excited to watch him pitch.
As he went throughout spring training, got ready for this season, what did you notice about him, the pitcher, and as a guy who prepares?
Very good, very diligent with his preparation, very serious about it. Veteran guy, clearly has his routines. Starting to get to know him a little bit more personally, and then, watching him pitch. But a really good competitor, and excited to watch him pitch tonight.
In this series, from the pitching standpoint, when the Braves have had base traffic, your pitchers have done a really good job escaping trouble. What stood out to you in this series about seemingly the way your pitching staff has bared down in those moments?
They've been able to really not make the situation bigger than it is. And, we've got real clarity. The preparation pays off. You get into tough spots. You got to know where to go. The catching's been really good with Diaz and Maldi to know what the situation calls for. And then it's about execution. And the pitcher's been able to just slow the game down and make pitches.
The first few games of this season, it seems like your team has really excelled both in the physical sense and the mental sense. You get a play like Fernando's yesterday, batting down a ball by the fence. Jake's double play, the way he starts that. Has it been kind of cool to see the way they've excelled really in both areas so far?
Yeah, we look to be a complete team, and how we compete. So, team defense, something we stress, and is on display yesterday with Fernando's athleticism, kept the ball in the ballpark. Brony made a exceptionally high baseball IQ play and a big play in that 4th inning that got us out of a jam. Louis dropped blocking the ball in the pick later in the game with Morihone. I thought Maldi was great behind the plate, so it was just good team defense.
Manny back in the lineup today. No lingering effects of what he came out with yesterday.
No, he's cramped and after the game said he felt good. Checked him this morning, ready to go. Medicals signed off on it. He signed off on it. So I trust those two highly, and he's in there today.
A manager can make
Hey.
a manager can make quote unquote the right decision on a pinch hitter or what have you, and the guy goes up there and lines out or strikes out or whatever. Is what the situation called for. But when it does come through, when the guy hits a home run or a single or whatever, how gratifying is that? And then how does that lead to the next thing of terms of you trusting them trusting you, how when it does work out?
Yeah, listen, this game is effectively. I remember hearing Skip Bertman, the LSU head coach, 30 years ago plus maybe, talk about this is a baseball game of chances are proposition. You're just trying to line as many of those things up as possible in every turn, and so. Yesterday, it made sense for, Gurriel to get that pinch hit for some of the reasons I mentioned after the game. You talk about Sheetsy, just trying to put one of my jobs to help put guys in a position to succeed. Players get all the credit in the world, for going out and executing. And, that's how this game works. And we got a really good group that's ready to then earlier talking about the preparation with the pitchers that are prepared for any moment. Preparation's high, and then the skill set's there, and then the ability to just go execute.
That was Padres manager Mike Shildt earlier today inside the Padres dugout. We'll hear more from Mike on our post-game coverage coming up later on this evening. Military Sunday on the Padres Radio Network is presented by your San Diego Toyota Dealers Association. Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care no-cost maintenance standard, so you get peace of mind standard. Sam Levitt with you inside the loft here on our EcoWater SoCal Padres pregame show. First pitch coming up at 4:10 here in downtown San Diego on what is an absolutely gorgeous late Sunday afternoon. Sun shining, crowd filing in, tons of people already here inside the loft enjoying their beers, enjoying the new furniture here in the newly renovated loft inside the Western Metal Building. It has been a great weekend of fan support. 3 consecutive sellouts to begin the season. I would imagine it will be another sellout or close to it here today for the final game of this series. Now let's tell you who's hot, who's not.
Which player is locked in at the dish? Who needs to kick things up another notch? This is Who's Hot, Who's Not on the Padres Radio Network.
We take a look at who's hot, who's not in the first 3 games of the season. In the hot category for the Padres, Fernando Tatis Jr., 5 for 12, a home run, 3 runs scored in 3 games. Jackson Merrill, 5 for 9 with 4 RBIs. Only one player in the Braves lineup, Jurickson Profar, has more than 2 hits through the season's first 3 games. So we'll put Pro in the hot category for right now. In the not category, we take a look at a couple of Padres and a Brave. Jason Hayward, 0 for 8 to begin his Padres career. Luis Arraez, like we mentioned in our opening segment, it's been a very quiet start, 0 for 9 so far. And Michael Harris II, just 1 for 12 to begin his season for Atlanta. And that's a quick look at who's hot, who's not, as we get ready for this one against the Atlanta Braves. Now let's take a look at some headlines from around the major leagues.
Let's examine the most important news and the latest information you need to know in the world of Major League Baseball. Sam Levitt takes you around the horn. Presented by Valley View Casino and Hotel. Get ready for Major League winning when you join Valley View Casino and Hotel's Players Club and receive over $200 in free instant offers. Visit valleyviewcasino.com to learn more today.
Before we get to what is the biggest story in baseball, the torpedo bats, a couple of injury notes. Blue Jays pitcher Max Scherzer was put on the 15-day IL earlier today because of inflammation in his right thumb. That comes one day after the 3-time Cy Young Award winner left his debut start with Toronto after 3 innings because of right lat soreness. Scherzer is scheduled to see a hand specialist in the U.S. Orioles put righty Albert Suarez, and that is Robert's brother, on the IL today. He's dealing with inflammation in his pitching shoulder. Now, the biggest story around baseball, I think no doubt over the last 24 hours, the torpedo bats. Yes, the bats that everyone are talking about. A uniquely shaped bat that some Yankees are using, designed so the densest part of the bat is where that particular hitter most often makes contact with the baseball. It's a redistribution of weight on the bat, and when you look at it, it certainly looks different. It almost looks more like a softball metal bat. More like that. Major League Baseball, a spokesperson, told The Athletic today that the bats don't break any rules. Just differently shaped, weight distribution. Very, very interesting. I encourage you to go on social media, take a look at these, and I have a feeling that we're going to start to see a lot of these around baseball as guys start to try it. It gets out. Going to be interesting to see what baseball does with this. This is something we haven't seen in a very long time. A different kind of bat, very different shape around the barrel. And that's a look at our headlines from around Major League Baseball. The torpedo bats, the newest and greatest batting technology. When we come back, we'll hear from Yuli Gurriel, plus we have our keys to the game, and we have a full breakdown of today's pitching matchup between Nick Pivetta, making his Padres debut, and right-hander A.J. Smith-Shawver on the mound for Atlanta. First pitch coming up at 4:10, right here on the Padres Radio Network. Our EcoWater SoCal Padres pregame show continues here on the Padres Radio Network. Sam Levitt with you inside the loft here at the Western Metal Building at Petco Park as we get ready for first pitch coming up at 4:10. The series finale between the Padres and the Atlanta Braves. Padres looking to start the season 4-0 for what would be only the second time in franchise history. The first time they did it, the only time they've done it, 1984. And we know in 1984, Padres went to the World Series. We'll see if the Padres can do it for the second time in franchise history here today. Tough test against the talented right-hander A.J. Smith-Shawver on the mound for Atlanta. Nick Pivetta making his Padres debut here at Petco Park. We'll hear from Yuli Gurriel in just a little bit. But first, let's update you on the latest injuries for the Padres and the Braves.
Who's in? Who's out? This is the Bada Fulkerson Injury Report, presented by San Diego's Bulldog Injury Attorneys, who hope you're never in an accident. But if you are, make Bada Fulkerson the first call you make. Hit them up 24/7 at badafulkerson.com.
We begin with Manny Machado, who came out of yesterday's game dealing with right calf tightness. Like we said earlier, the good news is that Manny is back in there today. So Manny, no big deal, just some cramps, and right back in the lineup today. Very, very good news for Manny and the Padres. As far as the other injury updates, not really a ton to get to. Yu Darvish still on the IL, dealing with that right elbow inflammation. He is playing catch. Nothing more than that yet. John Reynolds, Brian Hoeing, they are also playing catch. Sounds like those guys are continuing to ramp up. As far as the Braves, we talked about this throughout the series, just some bigger picture injuries for them. Spencer Strider made a rehab start at AAA yesterday. He's expected to return in the next couple of weeks. Ronald Acuna Jr. working his way back from right ACL surgery. He's expected to return in May. And catcher Sean Murphy was hit by a pitch and cracked a left rib during spring training. He is out for this series, but should be back later this month for the Atlanta Braves. And that is a look at the injuries. Most notably right now, as far as this series, Manny Machado came out yesterday. Good news, he's back in there today. Let's take a look at our keys to today's game.
How will the Padres unlock a win today? These are the keys to the game. Presented by El Centro Motors Ford. Meet your new Ford General Manager, Greg Ryan, now at El Centro Motors Ford, your new Ford truck, Bronco, and SUV HQ. Call Greg directly at 619-944-0774.
Key number one, a powerful pen. The Padres bullpen has been absolutely outstanding in the first 3 games of this season. They've allowed just 1 run total. That came in the 4th inning on opening day. The Padres bullpen has now thrown 13 consecutive scoreless innings. A great job maintaining a 1-run deficit on Thursday, keeping Friday's game tied and keeping the game scoreless, and then holding a 1-run lead yesterday as well. Padres will likely be without Adrian Morejon today. He's pitched back-to-back days, so just something to keep in mind. But the good news, the Padres do have a couple of other very good lefties, Wandy Peralta, Yuki Matsui in that bullpen, and they didn't use Jason Adam, Robert Suarez, Jeremiah Estrada, so really the bullpen in better shape today. The bullpen continuing to do what it's done. That's key number one. Key number two, get Louis going. Luis Arraez is 0 for 9 to begin the season, but I said this yesterday, and I'll say it again today. Here's the reason not to be worried. He went 0 for 13 to begin his season last year. And guess what? He still won a 3rd straight batting title with a torn ligament in his thumb and all. Luis is going to be just okay. We'll see if he gets it going today. Key number 3, keep him stranded. The Braves are just 1 for 22 with runners in scoring position so far in this series. So when the Braves get runners on, don't let the Braves get him in. That's key number 3. Key number 4, couple of matchups to watch against Nick Pivetta tonight. Marcell Ozuna and Orlando Arcia. Ozuna has 6 home runs and 30 plate appearances against Pivetta in his career, the most home runs that Ozuna has hit against an opposing pitcher in his career. So keep an eye on that matchup, Ozuna. And then you've got Orlando Arcia, 6 for 9 with 2 home runs in his career against Pivetta. So Pivetta getting Ozuna, getting Arcia, handling them. That's a big key in this one. And key number 5, don't let Olsen get out of here with a home run. Braves power hitter Matt Olson has had a relatively quiet series, just 2 hits, no home runs, though he is in the midst of a 24-game on-base streak going back to last year. It's the longest active on-base streak in the major leagues. So the key today with Olson, don't let him hurt you with the long ball today. He's a very big power threat, has not shown it so far in this series. Get out of here with Olsen still at 0 home runs. And that's a look at our keys to the game, the final game of this 4-game series. Well, yesterday the Padres scored 1 run. The game saw just 1 run scored, and it came courtesy of a pinch hit RBI single for Yuli Gurriel in the bottom half of the 7th inning. I caught up with Yuli earlier today inside the Padres clubhouse to talk about that pinch hit appearance, his time with the Padres so far, and yes, we also touch on the torpedo bats that everybody's talking about around Major League Baseball.
Sam Levitt here on the Padres Radio Network as we get ready for today's game. And right now I'm joined by Yuli Gurriel alongside interpreter Pedro Gutierrez. Yuli, you had that pinch hit go-ahead RBI single yesterday. How do you get ready for an at-bat like that, and what allowed you to succeed?
Bueno, ayer tú dices el imparable que marcó la diferencia, cómo te preparas viniendo de la banca en un momento crucial en el juego.
Sí, no es muy fácil, ¿no? Venir de la banca y en un 7º inning, sabiendo que hay lanzadores fuertes en ese momento. Pero sabía que el equipo necesitaba un imparable para traer una carrera y así me preparé.
Well, it's not easy coming from the bench in the 7th inning against a tough pitcher, but I knew what I needed to do. I knew what the team needed for me to do, and I was able to contribute with a base hit.
Yuli, what's been the experience so far being with the Padres a few games in? You've won 3 in a row. What's the sense you get from this group?
3 juegos, 3 victorias. ¿Cómo te has sentido siendo miembro del equipo de los Padres?
No, muy contento, de verdad que empezando, ganando 3 victorias, de verdad que no me puedo quejar, ¿no? Muy contento hasta el inicio ahora y de verdad que contento con los muchachos.
I really can't complain. I'm very happy, to start off the year 3 wins in 3 games. So that's obviously starting on the right foot. So I'm just happy to be and excited to be a part of this.
Yuli, you've been a part of a lot of lineups. From an offensive standpoint, what have you noticed about the way this team goes about what they do at the plate?
Con la experiencia que tienes, muchos equipos, ¿qué es lo que ves distinto en esta alineación de cómo se preparan, sobre todo para tomar buenos turnos?
Bueno, a pesar que son muchachos con mucho talento, de verdad que se preparan muy bien, ¿no? Tienen una concentración increíble. Desde que está empezando el partido, están preparando sus turnos y creo que eso es algo bien importante.
Well, it starts with the very talented players that we have. They stay focused throughout the game. Through each at bat, the preparation that they have is just unmatched by anybody. So it's really just like a great ball club that's just based on very talented. and a lot of talent.
We're joined by Yuli Gurriel here on the Padres Radio Network alongside interpreter Pedro Gutierrez. Yuli, you've been a part of a lot of winning teams, a lot of really good teams. In your mind, what is the biggest key to a team getting off to a good start and putting together a really good year?
Has estado con muchos equipos muy buenos. Háblanos de la importancia de iniciar bien con victorias en abril.
Eso es muy importante. Creo que te da una confianza extra, ya que comenzando bien puedes hacer todos los ajustes necesarios y creo que es un punto en adelante.
Well, it's very important. It gives you a little bit of extra confidence, just, picking up those early wins, the team coming together. And obviously, it's very important for us to get those good results.
What do you think of the torpedo bats that some of the Yankees are using? Have you ever swung one?
Los bats como torpedos que están utilizando los Yankees y los carreras cuadrangulares, todo que sientes de ellos.
Bueno, parece que están muy buenos porque están haciendo muchas carreras.
Well, there's a lot of runs coming in from them, so it apparently is something that works out.
Have you ever tried one?
Primera vez que los veo ahí en la televisión.
It's the first time I've ever seen them just on TV.
Voy a tener que tratar a uno aunque sea porque creo que están dando resultados.
Yeah, with the good results, I'll probably just have to try one for myself.
Do you think most of baseball will start to try to do that and use those bats?
¿Crees que el béisbol se va a adaptar hacia eso y por qué no lo han hecho hasta ahorita?
Bueno, no sé, ¿no? Primeramente los acabo de ver, ¿no? No sabía que existían de esa manera y me gustaría probarlo. Siempre algo nuevo, siempre es bueno probarlo.
Honestly, I did not know that it existed. I just recently saw them. They seem to have good results, so I really would like to try one of them.
That was Yuli Gurriel alongside interpreter Pedro Gutierrez earlier today inside the Padres clubhouse. First pitch coming up at 4:10 between the Padres and the Atlanta Braves. Let's take a quick look at the out-of-town scoreboard.
Let's take a trip around the bigs to highlight the scores that matter most with our out-of-town scoreboard. Presented by Jensen Premium Beef Patties. Always a hit for grilling.
Finals from around Major League Baseball today. Everything just about done. Mariners 2, A's 1 in Seattle, the final there. Rangers beat the Red Sox 3-2 in Arlington. Adolis Garcia, a home run in that game. Jacob deGrom in his season debut went 5 scoreless innings. Cardinals beat the Twins 9-2 in St. Louis. Pedro Pajes hit a 3-run home run in that game for St. Louis. Guardians beat the Royals 6-2 in Kansas City. Kyle Manzardo, a 2-run home run for Cleveland. Giants beat the Reds 6-3 in Cincinnati. Marlins beat the Pirates 3-2 in walk-off fashion again. 3 consecutive walk-off wins for the Marlins against the Pirates. Unbelievable. How about that? The Marlins they did lose a game, by the way, in that series as well. But the 3 wins, walk-off wins for Miami. Rays beat the Rockies 6-4 in Tampa Bay. Blue Jays beat the Orioles 3-1 in Toronto. Tyler Heineman, a home run in that game for the Blue Jays. Nationals beat the Phillies 5-1. Josh Bell, a 3-run home run in that game for the Nats. The Yankees beat up on the Brewers 12-3 in New York. Couple of games going on right now. Cubs 6, Diamondbacks 2 in Arizona. In the 8th inning, Angels lead the White Sox 3-2 in the 8th inning. And the only game yet to begin, this one here at Petco Park, coming up at 4:10. Full look at the out-of-town scoreboard on this Sunday. When we return, we tell you what to watch for in today's game and a full breakdown of our pitching matchup between Nick Pivetta and A.J. Smith-Shawver. First pitch is coming up in just a little bit, just about 20 minutes or so, right here on the Padres Radio Network. inside the loft here at the Western Metal Building at Petco Park as we get ready for first pitch coming up at 4:10 on the Padres Radio Network. Let's tell you what to watch for in today's game against the Atlanta Braves.
What's the one thing Sam Levitt will be keeping his eye on in today's game? This is What to Watch For. Presented by Genesis Home Improvements, San Diego's trusted painting, roofing, and window company. Save 15% today on a new beginning for your home. Visit GenesisHomeImprovementsSD.com.
What to watch for in today's game? How about a little two-out magic? The Padres have done a really, really nice job of two-out hitting in this very early part of the season. Yesterday, the rally to score the game's only run came with 2 outs. The Padres have already scored 5 runs with 2 men away in just 3 games, 5 of their 15 total runs. So what am I looking for in today's game? Can the Padres keep on producing with 2 outs? They've been very, very good in that category so far. We'll see if they can continue finding that 2-out magic here today against the Atlanta Braves. First pitch coming up at 4:10 here on the Padres Radio Network. This place is already buzzing. Crowd filing in, upper deck, the terrace level, the lower bowl, and certainly here inside the loft. I said this throughout the last few days, and we've had some people come by and say hello already on our pregame coverage as I sit here inside the loft. Please do come say hello throughout the season. Great to see everybody. If you've never been inside the loft, number one, you're going to enjoy it because it's all newly renovated, brand new furniture. They even have Pop-A-Shot now. They have a pinball, a Padres-themed pinball machine now. They have pool tables. They have a lot going on here inside the loft, a big bar, all the beer and mixed drinks you could want. But you find me on the back wall when you walk in from the terrace level, or if you're walking in from the left field foul pole, you'll find me directly to the right. You can't miss me. We have 97.3 The Fan, Padres Radio Network banners, and a tablecloth. You won't miss me, I promise. Please come say hello throughout this season. Now let's take a deeper look at our pitching matchup between Nick Pivetta and A.J. Smith-Shawver.
Let's take a look at who's on the bump today with our starting pitching preview on the Padres Radio Network.
Right-hander Nick Pivetta makes his Padres debut against Atlanta, 32 years old, now playing for his 3rd team after starting his career with the Phillies and spending the last 4.5 seasons with the Boston Red Sox. Last year in Boston, a 4.14 ERA in 145 2/3 innings. He struck out 172 and walked 36. Pivetta has faced the Braves a ton in his career. Today will be his 18th career start against Atlanta. Has a 4.93 ERA in 100-plus innings against the Braves in his career. Interesting to note about Nick Pivetta, and we'll see how this plays out in the early part of this season. In 2024, he had reverse splits, meaning righties hit him better than lefties. And again, in case you've never seen Nick Pivetta, he's a right-handed pitcher. Righties hit 271 against him. Lefties hit just 188 against him. So we'll see if that holds true this year with righties hitting him better than lefties, but typically last year he was a lot better against left-handed hitters. The 2024 pitch mix for Pivetta, a 4-seam fastball, a sweeper, a curveball, also mixed in the cutter and the slider as well. That's a look at Nick Pivetta. On the mound for the Braves, right-hander A.J. Smith-Shawver, just 22 years old, a 7th-round pick by the Braves in 2021 out of high school. He's had a pretty interesting journey so far. Debuted at the age of 20 in 2023. Then he made only 1 start in the Major League regular season last year. He quickly then went on the IL with an oblique injury, then spent the rest of the season in the minors. He then came back up for Game 1 of the NL Wildcard Series. Remember this? Chris Sale was injured, couldn't start Game 1, so then the Braves had to go to A.J. Smith-Shawver to start Game 1. Didn't go really that well. He gave up 3 earned runs on 4 hits, got just 4 outs. He gave up a mammoth 2-run home run to Fernando Tatis Jr. in that game. So keep an eye on that matchup today. Smith-Shawver against Fernando. First batter the Padres send up today with Fernando back in the leadoff spot. The 2024 pitch mix for Smith-Shawver, 4-seam fastball, changeup, and a curveball. And that's a look at our starting pitching matchup today between Nick Pivetta and A.J. Smith-Shawver. Shawver. Again, the Padres looking to begin the year 4-0. If they can win today, they would not just sweep the Braves in a 4-game series for the first time since May of 1979, but the Padres would also start 4-0 for just the second time in franchise history. The only time the Padres have started 4-0, that was back in 1984 when the Padres, yes, went on to win the National League pennant. The Padres bullpen has been terrific as of late to begin the year. 13 consecutive scoreless innings. We'll see if they can provide more of the same here today as the Padres go for a fourth consecutive win to open up this 2025 season. As always, thank you for listening to the EcoWater SoCal Padres pregame show. EcoWater SoCal, keeping it soft since 1925. Your water should be perfect. When we come back, Jesse Agler, Tony Gwynn Jr. have the full starting lineups, first pitch, and all the play-by-play. I'll talk to you on our post-game coverage. You're listening to your home for San Diego Padres baseball, 97.3 The Fan, and the Padres Radio Network. Enjoy the game, everybody.